Tupac's cultural impact on the world is unquestionable. A legendary rapper whose cultural reach has no bounds. To this day, we still listen to Tupac's music for wisdom and inspiration. His talents don't stop at music making. He was an accomplished actor and activist. His work is still making waves in the world 20 years after his death. I would go even as far as to say that Tupac is probably the most iconic and powerful figure in hip-hop of all time. Before fashion vlogs, before Instagram, before hip-hop artists had their own clothing brands, Tupac was the style king of his era. The bad boy image, tattoos all over his body, his West Coast style of dressing up bandanas, Cartier frames, the infamous nose ring, doing denim on denim before it was cool, gold Versace suits, the list goes on and on. It should come as no surprise when I say that Tupac's sneaker game was strong. We're going to be looking back at some of Pac's dopest sneaker moments. This is the music video for the song Trap off Tupac's 1991 debut album, 2Pacalypse Now. The video opens up with Tupac and his homies playing dice on a rough street corner. Now, it may be hard to tell from this screenshot, but Tupac is clearly rocking a pair of Air Max 90s. This was shot only a year after the Air Max 90 was dropped. Tupac has always been ahead of his time when it came to fashion. Note that it is very difficult to identify exactly what colorway he's wearing because the footage is so old. How could we forget the classic barbecue scene in Poetic Justice? This was Tupac's second feature film as an upcoming actor. He played a character named Lucky and falls in love with Janet Jackson. After watching this movie for the 100th time, I noticed that Pac was wearing some heat. In this scene, Lucky is spotted rocking a fresh pair of Nike Air Force 180s. While this movie was released in 1993, the Nike Air Force 180s was released by Nike in 1992. They were often worn by Charles Barkley, both as a Sixer and during the Dream Team's Romper Stomper tour in Barcelona. Perhaps the most famous diss track of all time, Tupac's Hit 'Em Up music video was aimed directly at Biggie and Puff Daddy. Tupac held no punches and humiliated Bad Boy Records with his lyrical prowess. The song sparked a national feud between West Coast and East Coast rappers. In the scene where Tupac and the Outlaws are in the Red Room, Tupac can be seen sporting some fresh white sneakers. After researching carefully, it appears that Tupac is wearing a pair of Nike Air Flight 89s. In my opinion, this is a criminally underrated silhouette. Unfortunately, it was released in 1989, the same year the iconic Air Jordan 4 dropped. Because of this, the shoe's popularity was only fleeting. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. Tupac famously wore a pair of Grant Hill 96s. In the booklet to his monumental album, All Eyes on Me, inside the album artwork, Tupac sports an all-denim outfit with the Fila shoes in full view, while posed in front of luxury vehicles, palm trees, with the Outlaws. This was Pac at the height of his fame, so you can only imagine what this did for Fila's sales. If you're interested in learning more about this, check out our documentary on Fila. Grant Hill actually sent Tupac the pair of 96s. Hill recently commented on the famous photo. We actually had a mutual friend. When he got out, just sending love, I sent some shoes. Not even sure if it would happen. Then when he had them on his album cover, I thought that was cool. It was just a good time. Michael Miller is the famous photographer who is credited with documenting the West Coast gangster image. During West Coast hip-hop's rise to global fame, the photographer ended up being the go-to photographer for countless album covers and press photos. He shot with everyone from Snoop, Cypress Hill, and of course Tupac. These photos are from an ad that he did with Tupac. The Air Jordan 9 is on Pac's feet and on full display in these photos. The Jordan 9 was released in 1993. The shoe was designed by legendary designer Tinker Hatfield. Here's what he had to say about the design of the shoe. The Air Jordan 9 represented the globalization of Air Jordan brand. Everyone around the world wanted to be like Mike. Take a closer look at the soles of the shoe. We designed different languages around the world that describe the sporting spirit of Michael Jordan and what he has done for the world of sports. 26 years ago, Tupac released the song Keep Your Head Up. The message of the song is positive and empowers us as a society to treat women with respect and equality. Tupac chose a fresh pair of Fila FX 100s to preach this sermon. The Fila FX 100 is a classic Fila sneaker that was released in 1992. It's been retroed many times since, and you can easily cop a pair these days. I find them at Ross quite a bit. I think the first time I saw Pac rocking the iconic Timberlands was in the movie Juice, a film about 4 inner-city kids who struggle to maintain friendship through all the adversity they face in the ghetto. I saved the Timberland for the last shoe on this list. Most of Tupac's iconic moments was when he was rocking Timberlands. You can see Tupac wearing Timberlands in music videos, live performances, and magazine ads. While it's true that Timberland boots were the trend in hip-hop during the 90s, Tupac's image was the most original. They are so closely associated with Tupac that when the production company Digital Domain decided to make a hologram of Tupac, they had him rocking a pair of Timbs. Since his death in 1996, Tupac's place in the pantheon of cultural icons has been firmly cemented. Scores of books and documentaries have detailed his life, career, and tragic death. While musicians continue to pay tribute to his influence in their songs, he has sold more than 75 million albums worldwide, and in 2017 he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We thought we'd make this video to shed light on Tupac's amazing shoot game and how ahead of its time he really was. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Please leave a comment below, and if you're still bumping Tupac's music in 2019, you can support this channel by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.